Hi guys, I have my part 2 of Zoya collection today. So in part 1, I briefly mentioned that I have 108 bottles of Zoya polishes. I think it was way too overwhelming to do everything in one part because I do want to show you bottle comparisons and some bottle shots. So today in part 2, I'm going to show you all the darker colors and some of my like nail treatment, top base coat kind of stuff. So if you are more interested to see some of the lighter colors and also neutral colors, go watch part 1. I will have it linked up there and also down below. Let's start with greens again because I do have a few of them. Well, not a whole lot more. I think I'm not like a person that will go for a lot of deep greens. So here I have a more vibrant emerald green color. This one is Charla. I recently wore it. This one is a stainer and it's really sheer. You have to use 3 to 4 coats. It's a pain. I think Zoya generally has really good formula. This one not really, but the color is really beautiful, so I kept it. Yara is much more dustier, you can see, and it has a very strong gold shimmer. I really love this one. I have to visit it every fall. Merida is similar to Charla, but it's a little bit more muted and it's not as vibrant because it doesn't have that gold shimmer. But at the same time, this one is a scattered hollow. I really love that finish. It's more like a foresty hunter green. Evvie is one of those I have a hard time grouping it because with grays it looks green and with greens it looks gray. This one is a very dusty, strange color, but it looks amazing. And you can see next to Yara, it's much more blue and gray. But next to a true blue, it definitely shows the green. Olivera is a dual chrome color. This one shifts from a deep purple to a vibrant green. It's very amazing. I think the dominant color is green, so I placed it with all my greens instead of purples. A few more really deep greens. So here you can see we have a shimmer finish. This one is in the color Yuna. So Yuna is actually similar to Yara. They came from the same collection as well, but you can see Yara is much more of a lighter green and this one looks much more blue under comparison. Then we have Tabitha. This one is a new purchase for me. I haven't tried it on my nails. It has a strong shimmer, so I was hoping it wouldn't look too black because I just recently got rid of Envy. Envy supposedly was the darkest green that they have, but on my nails I think it just looks black, so I got rid of it. I'm hoping that Tabitha would work out a lot better. And then next we have this matte velvet finish again, and this color is called Veruschka. I think this one is a classic. A lot of people went crazy after it. It's truly a good color though. Now let's look at some blues. I think blues are a little bit harder because a lot of them could borderline really gray, especially for the deeper colors. You can see here I have 2 examples. They're both metallic and they both have that kind of silver shimmer inside. And they both look a little gray, don't they? The lighter one here is in the color Hazel. This one is more like a stormy kind of blue color, and this one looks much deeper and much more gray leaning. And the deeper one is in the color Feifei. Remy is in a way similar to Charla, I feel, but of course this one is a little bit deeper and it's a little bit hard to tell if it's a green or a blue. Yeah, it's just really hard. I think it's the perfect like deep teal color. I have one kind of lighter grayish color. This one has a lot of silver shimmer and the color is linden. This one is a pixie dust. A couple really dark kind of royal blues. Here I have Zoya Estelle. This one I'm currently panning, so I don't have much of it left anymore. I think for a deeper color to be this vibrant is actually really hard, so I love that one. And then next to it, this one looks a lot more dustier, but I think it's because it has a lot of scattered hollows and they appear a little bit silver. That makes the bottle a little bit like more dusty, and the color of it is Dream. Yves is like the matte counterpart for Zoya Estelle. I think they are about the same color, but this one is just a matte velvet finish. I have a few more deeper colors. I think they kind of transition from blue to purple now. So this one definitely is still a blue. It's just a very dusty, grayed out deep blue, and the color of it is Natty. I love this one. And next to it, this one looks much more like a purple, and it's very vibrant and metallic looking and shiny. This one is in the color Isla. It has a very strong kind of blue shimmer inside. And this one is more of a like magenta pinkish purple, I guess, is that what you call it? And this one is in the color Savita, I think. And this one is a matte velvet collection again. Harlow is also a matte velvet finish, but you can see next to Savita, this one is much lighter and more vibrant, more like a lighter pink magenta color. This one became the true deeper purple. A few more deeper purples. I think I was really drawn to deeper purples, especially Zoya does this scatter hollow finish for deeper purples really nicely, so I have quite a few of them. The first one is not a scatter hollow, it's just a golden shimmer. Again, this one came from the same collection as Yuna and Yara, but of course this one is just a purple. The other three that I have here are all scatter hollow polishes, so they have the same finish, but they just have different base color. The deepest of them all is Payton. Payton is more like the blacked kind of purple, and this one is right in the middle, and this one is in the color Finley, and the lightest of them all, the more pinker one of them all, is in the color Aurora. The last scatter hollow that I have from Zoya, well, other than the black, is Blaze. So you can see Blaze is the more reddish color, and Aurora under comparison looks much more purple now. Since we talked about all the hollows, this is the last one I might as well show you. This one is called Storm. It's the black color with a scatter hollow. Dual is another one of those kind of like shimmery purplish colors. This one is very similar to Feifei, but of course it's just a purple color. So you can see this is Feifei. It's the gray blue color with a lot of shimmer, and this one's just a purple take on the same finish. Now let's talk about the deeper reds. I have a lot of them from Zoya. I just really like how Zoya does this finish. I think they nailed it. So if there's a deeper red that I really want, I tend to go for Zoya. So let's see, let's start from the lighter ones first. This one is more like a purple, and this one is in the color Marjorie. I wore this last Christmas-ish time. It's really, really good, and it makes your nails super strong as well, and it has a very strong golden shimmer. India also has that very strong golden shimmer as well, but next to Marjorie, you can see that it is much deeper of a brownish red. Can you tell? And it's amazing though, the formula really looks good. And this one is more on the orangey side and a little bit more vibrant, and the color is called Channing. Another one that's similar to India is Tegan, but you can see that Tegan is just a little bit lighter of a color, but still very much it is a deep red, I would say. So they are somewhat similar on the nails though. I don't think it's really necessary for you to get both because they have a very similar shimmer. Yeah, on the nails they look really similar. I have one velvet matte finish red. This one looks super vibrant because of the finish, so I love it so much. This one is in the color Amal. The rest of them are the true deeper reds. I feel I don't really get drawn to the true red, the classic red color. If I wear a red, usually it's a little bit deeper like this, so I have 4 of them. The first one here is a pixie dust. It's in the color Chyna. This one is probably the closest to a true red, but because it has a pixie dust finish, so it does look quite different. And the deepest of them all is probably Zoya Sam. So you can see this one is much more like a brownish red color. It's very vampy. It might even come across just like a vampy color, not a red anymore. And then under comparison, you can see Zoya Pepper is much more like a brick red, and it's a lot lighter. But if you just look at it by itself, like on my nails, it just looks like a brownish with a little bit warmth to it kind of color. It doesn't really come across as a red. And then I have Zoya Isla. Isla is a very vibrant kind of Christmassy red. It has a very strong golden shimmer to it. And the last red I have is Zoya Paloma. This one is a jelly finish. So on your nails, it's gonna look a lot lighter than this, and it would take about 3 to 4 coats to get opaque. I usually do jelly sandwiches with it. Alright, in the end, I just have a few kind of like nudish pink color to purple to brown. So I have 4 here. You can see the most purple of them all. It probably comes across as a purplish gray, not a neutral color. This one is in the color Lotus. It has a pretty strong lighter pink shimmer right here in the bottle. On the nails, I don't think the shimmer is so obvious or vibrant, but it does show somehow, so I still like it. Those 3 are more like the flush tone neutral colors. Probably for deeper skin tone, it can come across as a neutral. So I have Madeline. Madeline I really like. I think it's the most light and pinky of them 3. And those two are extremely similar. I really don't think you need both. I think I bought them without really realizing they're so close to each other. So the one in the middle is in the color Odette, and then the last one here is Joni. I just recently got Joni. I haven't tried it on my nails, but I kind of regretted that purchase knowing how close they are. All right, in the very end, I just have 3 brownish colors now. You can see that under comparison. This one is probably the most pinkish of them all, even though it still is definitely a brown, but it's kind of like a warm brown, you know, and the color of it is called Mary. I think this one came from the Neutrals collection, so they do think it's a neutral skin tone color. And you can see next to Odette, it's much more of a brown, and Odette looks more purple. And this cream color is in the color Desiree. This one definitely is a brown, but you can see next to Mary, Mary looks more flush toned now. The last one is just a shimmery brown color, and this one is in the color Cinnamon. All right, in the end, I just want to quickly talk about the nail treatments and the top base coat kind of things that Zoya provides. I do think they're pretty good. I don't know if they're included in this Earth Day sales or not, but you know, it's worth trying out if you want to. So first of all, I'm sure you guys are all very familiar with their Zoya Remove Plus. This is my favorite nail polish remover. I have giant bottles. This one's just what I use on my desk. It's a refill bottle because it has a pump, so it's more convenient. I obviously love that one. And they have this entire naked manicure line. Let's see. First of all, they have a lot of different colors. So the one that I have on hand right now is the Naked Manicure Lavender Perfector. They have different colors. I just decided not to try this lavender one because I heard that it makes your nails look more yellow. My nails are already stained, so I definitely don't want to do that, but I have used one entire pink one before, and I really enjoy that pink one. I think the pink one does make your nails look really put together. I think I'm gonna give this one away eventually. And for the Naked Manicure, I also have the top and base coat. I have used multiple of those before. I enjoy both of them. I wouldn't say that, well, the base coat, first of all, I think is really good. I truly, really enjoy this Naked Manicure base coat. The top coat, I would say it's above average, but it's not something I would repurchase. If it's cheap or free, I would take it. This one is definitely on the liquidy side. It's very easy to use, but I feel it's a little bit, it's not as thick as I want a top coat to be. I like really thick top coats, and I like the fast drying kind. This one is a little bit more on the thin side. I think it's more for if you don't really do much for your nails, you know, you just want to slap something on, give it a shine, this one will be great. So the top coat I prefer from Zoya is actually this. This is a huge bottle, and I'm already down there. I'm almost done with this huge bottle. Can you tell? I'm right down there. I think I have one more refill and this will be done. So this is the Armor. So this line, I think they have like a four-step system. Armor is the 4th step as the top coat, and this one is much more thick compared to the Naked Manicure kind, the glossy seal. So I prefer this because it just provides a little bit more of the thickness for my nails, and it dries slightly faster. I just feel it protects my nails a little bit better because I do so much with my nails. So this is my preferred top coat from Zoya. From that same kind of like however many steps system that they have. So of course you have the remover as a first step. I think maybe you have a base coat as a second step, and your nail polish is your color. That's the 3rd step. 4th step is the Armor top coat. And the very last step is the 5th one, and it's called Fast Drops. So this one is a little bottle. It's smaller than the normal polish bottle, can you tell? But this one comes with a little dropper, and it's just a very liquidy, oily kind of consistency kind of stuff. What it does is that you would drop this onto your painted nails, and then it would just make your nail polish dry so much faster. I have used, I think this is my 2nd bottle, and I have a backup too. So I do really truly enjoy this if you're really in a hurry, or sometimes you know your color is too thick. I think this really helps. The last top coat I have from Zoya, this one is more like a special finish one. This one is the Naked Manicure Satin Seal. So it has a satin finish, and if you don't really wear any nail polishes, you just want your nails to look a little bit shiny or healthy, you can use this on its own. I think it doesn't look obnoxiously or weirdly glossy if you don't have a color on. I tried to use this over some glossy colors. It doesn't really mattify, it just makes them look dull. So I wouldn't recommend using this on top of glossy colors, but only use them on top of satin colors because it's only a satin seal. This one is a little strange because it has some powdery kind of stuff on the bottom. If you set it upside down for like a long time, they will kind of settle. So it even says like shake me, so every time before you use it you have to shake it real well. All right, lastly I have 3 that are kind of like hand treatment kind of thing. The first one is a cuticle gel. I don't think it's the most hardcore treatment out there, but it's a nice one. At least it doesn't feel greasy. And then I have those 2. They are both new for me and I really enjoy them. We have a lotion and a serum. I really like the serum because it's a spray bottle. It's just a watery consistency. It does hydrate, but then I love using this before my manicure and it doesn't make my hands oily, and also it doesn't bother my my picture takings. You know, when I take pictures, I don't want my hands to look oily. I just want them to be hydrated. So I love this one. The lotion, on the other hand, is a little bit more on the thick side and it does feel really slimy afterwards. So I wouldn't use this if I'm still gonna do a lot of stuff. I usually just use it right before bed and I feel it is a really heavy duty product. And this one is called Naked Manicure Healing Hand and Body Cream, and the spray bottle is called Naked Manicure Hydrating Hand and Body Serum. So that's everything I have from Zoya. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's really a long video because how many I have, it's just kind of ridiculous. But Zoya, like I said, is my all-time favorite mainstream brands, so I know I'm gonna be buying a lot more from them. Anyways, let me know what your favorite Zoya is and let me know what colors you're planning on picking up, because I know I would still be picking up a few. I love to recycle my old polishes through Zoya because I know they wouldn't pollute the environment, and I keep a huge bag of nail polishes that I don't think they work great anymore and I don't want to give them away to anybody because they're not good anymore. I save it for the entire year and I would always ship it to Zoya around this time of year. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.